Morning, everybody. Welcome back. We have been talking over the last couple of weeks in our series about what you should be asking your lender when you're looking to hire someone to assist you with the purchase of a home or even a refinance. And we've been covering a few questions that I don't think get much attention. They certainly never make the top 10 questions you should ask if you do a Google search on what to ask your lender. And here's another one I think you might want to consider. It's asking your loan officer, how are they compensated? And I bring this up because there are different ways in which loan officers are compensated. I specifically have always mostly dealt with retail lending in which we are paid basis points based on our volume. So that just means that, simplifying it, we're paid a percentage of the loan amount. So if we're making 100 basis points, just for simplicity, and we closed a loan with a loan amount of 200,000, that means our pay on that loan is $2,000. And then we are capped at a certain amount. We can't make over X amount of dollars. It just doesn't logistically make sense to pay out, especially when you're dealing with jumbo loans that are, in the range of 1 million or so. But there's a difference between brokers, and brokers can be paid on yield spread. So what that means is that based on the rate that they are offering you, they are compensated on how far over par they go. And par means a no cost rate. So you're not paying any points for that interest rate, and you're not getting any type of lender credit. It is just a no cost rate. So they are incentivized to go a little bit higher over par to help maximize their compensation. So back when we had the housing crash, this was a big deal because there were brokers that were making yield spread and then they were charging points on top of that. So they were raking in some money. I've never been a big fan of that, but what I like about the fact when you're paid off of volume and a certain compensation based on your volume, there's no incentive for me to offer higher rates to anyone. I'm always going for the best conceivable rate because I know my compensation is basically strictly on that loan amount. So it is something to consider because this is something that the CFPB can regulate because they're looking for lenders that discriminate in the rates that they offer between different communities. So the Hispanic community, the African American community versus white. Are you giving higher interest rates to the elderly versus young people? So these are things that the CFPB tracks. So compensation does play into that if people are incentivized to offer higher rates to increase their comp. So I strictly have always been someone that's paid on basis points based on volume. That's how I prefer. Like I said, there's no incentive for me to offer any different rates to any of my clients. I just want to give the best rate. So something to consider. Have a look at my past few videos. I think you'll find some interesting information on what things you should be considering. And then we'll cover a couple more topics over the next couple of weeks. But join me on Friday. We'll talk about what's been in the news this week and how it has affected interest rates throughout the week. Have a great day. See you Friday.